raise your right hand and repeat after me.
All right. Before we start this historic day, let's remember how we got here in the first place.
Hey, look, there's the drums. Jacob, after Donald Trump won the election, I listened to Sweet Victory. No.
All right, at the time of this recording, Donald Trump is officially our president.
Yeah?
In terms of electoral vote, Joe Biden is crushing. But in terms of popular vote, Donald Trump is trailing pretty well ahead. So we'll see what happens. At 1:19 to 92, 8:05 p.m. Let's keep going. Wow. This update. Mr. Biden's at 264, Mr. Trump 214. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden just won the presidency.
Oh, you want to know why? Look what he won. Doing that. That's why. That state just we got 16 electoral votes.
Wow.
Well, we have a new president.
Wow. Alright, today it is January 20th. It is the last day of the Trump presidency. And what a 4 years it has been. I still remember where I was when he became president. I was at McDonald's, actually. And off he goes.
Now he's departing off of Marine One, making his final trip on board Marine One as the president as he left the White House for the final time this morning. We're seeing a new chapter for President Donald Trump and what this means for his future.
First Lady Melania Trump joining him as well, and let's just take a moment and watch the proceedings.
For the last time, hail to the chief. For the last time in his presidency.
Thank you very much, and we love you, and I can tell you that from the bottom of my heart. This has been an incredible 4 years. We've accomplished so much together. I want to thank all of my family and my friends and my staff and so many other people for being here. I want to thank you for your effort, your hard work. People have no idea how hard this family worked. They worked for you. They could have had a much easier life, but they did a fantastic job. I just want to thank all of you, everyone. I want to thank Mark Meadows, who's here, someplace right there. I want to thank Mark. But it's been something very special. We've accomplished a lot. Our First Lady has been a woman of great grace and beauty and dignity. And so popular with the people, so popular with the people. In fact, honey, would you like to say a few words?
Being your First Lady was my greatest honor. Thank you for your love and your support. You will be in my thoughts and prayers. God bless you all. God bless your families. And God bless this beautiful nation. Thank you.
What else has to be said, right? I wish the new administration great luck and great success. I think they'll have great success. They have the foundation to do something really spectacular. And again, we put it in a position like it's never been before, despite the worst plague to hit since I guess you'd say 1917, over 100 years ago. And despite that, the things that we've done have been just incredible, and I couldn't have done it without you. So just a goodbye. We love you. We will be back in some form. And again, I want to just, in leaving, I want to thank our Vice President, Mike Pence, and Karen. I want to thank Congress, because we really worked well with Congress, at least certain elements of Congress. But we really did. We've gotten so much done that nobody thought would be possible. But I do want to thank Congress. And I want to thank all of the great people of Washington, D.C., all of the people that we worked with to put this miracle together. So, have a good life. We will see you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And a little music to play off the 45th President of the United States, along with the First Lady, Melania Trump there. You've been listening to Donald Trump's probably last remarks as President of the United States. He called it the greatest honor and privilege to have been your president.
Because of various threats,
Well, we see our first former president, Bill Clinton.
Biden and Harris.
But we begin the inauguration of Joe Biden.
Every branch of the military will
46th president.
To honor
soon to be 46th president of the United States.
The unknown soldier, to honor the troops.
Oh, we got Vice President
there
Pence.
There are no usual events we expect to see, like the inaugural ball, the inaugural luncheon. The parade has been shortened and is mostly virtual. And of course, one thing we are not seeing today is the outgoing and incoming presidents standing together.
You see the recent history meeting the past history, and I wanted to draw attention to that. Right, you might not have been able to see her on the screen. That was Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. I'm kind of going through. What's interesting, Jackie, to note is that with everyone wearing masks, we will at times do a double take and maybe lag a little bit in terms of being able to recognize and call out names right.
There he is, the president-elect and the first lady-elect. Yeah, I don't think that's right, but not the right title, but future president, future first lady. There we go.
Jill Biden by his side. There will be a formal announcement now, and the swearing in, we know, is just moments away.
Oh boy.
This is the
Ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect of the United States, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. and Dr. Jill Biden.
first Latina to ever serve on the Supreme Court of the United States of America, Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
We swore in Biden for his second vice presidential term.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the oath of office, followed by musical honors.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear
Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Hail Columbia. Kamala Harris is just now ascended as the 49th Vice President of the United States. We see there former Vice President Mike Pence.
Where J-Lo was the warm-up act for Chief Justice Roberts. With that, it is now my distinct honor to introduce the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, John Roberts, to administer the presidential oath to the next President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden.
Yeah, they're doing it early today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the oath of office, followed by musical honors.
My man, Chief Justice John Roberts over there. This is the last moment where I can say Vice President Joe Biden and President Donald Trump. Here we go.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
the
office of President of the United States.
Office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
And there we go.
Person to officially introduce the 46th President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden Jr.
And now he gives the inaugural address.
Justice Roberts, Vice President Harris, Speaker Pelosi, Leader Schumer, Leader McConnell, Vice President Pence, and my distinguished guests, my fellow Americans. This is America's day. This is democracy's day. A day of history and hope, of renewal and resolve. Through a crucible for the ages, America has been tested anew, and America has risen to the challenge. Today, we celebrate the triumph not of a candidate, but of a cause, the cause of democracy. The people, the will of the people has been heard, and the will of the people has been heeded. We've learned again that democracy is precious, democracy is fragile, and at this hour, my friends, democracy has prevailed. So now, on this hallowed ground where just a few days ago, violence sought to shake the Capitol's very foundation, we come together as one nation, under God, indivisible, to carry out the peaceful transfer of power as we have for more than 2 centuries. I'll defend America, and I'll give all of you, keep everything I do in your service, thinking not of power, but of possibilities, not of personal interest, but the public good. And together, we shall write an American story of hope, not fear, of unity, not division, of light, not darkness, a story of decency and dignity, love and healing, greatness and goodness. May this be the story that guides us, the story that inspires us, and the story that tells ages yet to come that we answered the call of history. We met the moment. Democracy and hope, truth and justice did not die in our watch but thrived. That America secured liberty at home and stood once again as a beacon to the world. That is what we owe our forebears, one another, and generation to follow. So, with purpose and resolve, we turn to those tasks of our time, sustained by faith, driven by conviction, and devoted to one another and the country we love with all our hearts. May God bless America, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, America.
Thus ends the presidential inauguration.
Moments there in about the last 40 minutes or so as we continue to watch the inauguration, the swearing in, and the ceremony for America's 46th president, Joe Biden, and America's new Vice President, Kamala Harris. I'm Harris Faulkner, reporting live for you in New York, alongside with an incredible lineup of guests to talk about the history, the present, and the future, because they have been there. President of the United States on his way to the White House, and you can hear the small but boisterous crowds that he keeps going over to greet and fist pump with, and he knows he can't hug anybody, but through their masks we struggle to hear the I love yous to this president from the crowd. Again, he will make his way to the Northwest Gate. KT McFarland, are you with me?
I am, indeed.
The president on the move now, and he has now walked through the Northwest Gate and is going up the driveway at the White House. And for those of us who have taken this walk as civilian voyeurs and as reporters and journalists and servants of the nation like yourself, this is an iconic stroll.
Yeah, and you know where he's going first? He's going to go into the Oval Office. And I would love to be a fly on the wall, because the first thing most new presidents do is they pull out the top drawer of it's called the Resolute desk, a beautiful wooden hand-carved desk that every president has sat at, I don't know, for like 50, 75 years. And he'll pull out the top drawer, and in there will be an envelope addressed to President Biden, and it will be written by Donald Trump.
Apps and our email from Peter Ducey, but it is there in that Resolute desk. And so it's interesting to think about that you know where they sit, facing in which direction, unless they've changed things around, which each president...
They don't. To cure the pandemic, get the shots in everybody's arms, and turn the economy around. The American people are just eager, chomping at the bit to get out and get on with their lives. But I think it's also, if he seizes the moment and tells his people, his more extreme supporters, that they should back down, it would be great.
I'm going to step in. I don't know if you caught that moment when the two of them embraced each other. You could see tears with Jill Biden just above her mask. We've worn these masks for so long in protection of each other and ourselves that we can read about them.